Well, the front forks are out, but I couldn't have approached it in the most backwards way possible. Enjoy the video, wrenchers. All right, well, let's get going on getting these front forks out and the triple tree. I'm not gonna lie, it was a challenging day in the shop. Wasn't quite feeling it. Kind of worked a little too fast, but hopefully it's still an informative video for you and kind of fun. So I'm sure we've all had those days, right? Let's get right back into the action. I think just for ease of use, I'm gonna go ahead and stand this thing back up again. Time to tackle the forks. Let's get this headlight bucket out of the way. You don't even need to change your socket. That's a 14. On this side, there is a locking washer and a washer on this piece. Let's go ahead and take the other side out. Again, on this side, totally consistent, locking washer and a washer. Let's pull this headlight bucket out. Gonna go ahead and bag and tag these two. All right, this is gonna be a 14 millimeter right here. These are really tricky. This one was barely on there. I just touched my socket to it and it came out. So definitely not torqued, but these can be tricky and I'll show you why here. And here you're gonna really see what I'm talking about. Just barely gets on there. That one's torqued on there. Ooh, see how it just slips right off the nut? It's tough. That little cover is right in the way. Let's see if I can get lucky here. Doing the best I can. There, I think I turned it. See if I can turn it again. Yeah, it's turning. I think I'm gonna have to use a wrench on this one though, unless I can get it lined up. There, it's flat against this little piece right here. It's really hard to show you. There we go. Now I'm making progress. All right, got both those out. Got them bagged and tagged. Now all we got to do is take out our top two, but I'm going to do these one at a time because these possibly are still full of oil. So I'm going to be really careful with that. This looks to be a 24 on this. Let's do this one at a time. Let's just pull this cap out here. There we go. There's our bolt. Now there should be nothing really holding these forks or these tubes on, but I'm gonna hit this with some PB Blaster up top. I'm gonna hit some up down under here too, just to see, because I've got a feeling these are gonna be kind of locked in there. Let's see if we can get lucky and get these to move. I'm gonna grab it down at the bottom. Nope, gonna need a little finesse. So I don't want to destroy any threads or anything, but I do need to get some movement. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in. But I'm gonna leave it up just a little bit and then I'll use this as my driving point. All right, I'm gonna lift up on the bike. Give her some taps with my rubber mallet. See if we can get her to move. I don't see any movement. Not seeing any movement, so I'm gonna go get a little bit more aggressive with a steel hammer. There, that's what it needed. Got some movement there now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bolt back out. See if we can get lucky. Not having any luck, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to my metric bolt gauge. This thing is a 10 millimeter, 1.25, fine. I'm gonna go find myself a longer bolt, threaded just the same. Now we should be cooking with gas, because now I can take this bolt. Let's give you a little elevation here. Let's get this threaded in there. Now I got some more travel that I can get into on this. I'm gonna just lift up a little bit. Keep driving this out. There we go. We're making some nice progress now. Sometimes you can get lucky and they just kind of slide out. This one is not. So, shoot. Gonna have to go and tackle the top end of this. Let's take the top off. Grab your 14. Go ahead and take your handlebars off. All right, let's get these bars out of the way. We've got some wires going through a little hole. This is worth documenting, actually. Let me move you over. Right there. Got our blue and grays going through this little hole right there. Now we just got to get our damper rod out. I actually have a really detailed video about this whole mechanism. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description and put a card in the video right here. I tell you what, that steering damper was a crusty mess, but we got it. Persevered and got that out. Hopefully that other video helps you out. But now we can go ahead and remove our top nut. And to be honest, I should have just done this to begin with. Let's get this out of here. There we go. All those pieces are out. Now let's tackle this lower bolt down here. We're going to get both ends of this out. With those two tops out, just finagle this a little bit, pull your top clamp out. Now we can remove both of these fork tube covers, just like that. Try not to lose your little chrome placements right here. Now, just to make sure I don't spill fork oil all over the place while I get these things moving, I'm gonna go ahead and get these caps back on the top. Now we can take our rubber mallet. Let's get this first one. Just gonna pull this all the way straight through. Now we just gotta get this one to move a little bit. I'm gonna hit this with some deep creep. While I'm waiting for the penetrating oil, I can go ahead and just slide this fork cover off, straight off the side. See how there's a notch? Just like that, pulls off, throw that in the bin. Now let's see if we can get this thing to move. Get you over here. There, boom, just like that. Last little step, hopefully you have one of these little shock wrenches. Grab that top bolt, twist this whole thing out. You could also use a punch or something to move this around. I'm gonna pull this whole assembly out here just like this. All right, grab yourself I just did what I didn't want to do. Luckily, I didn't hear a whole lot of roly-poly because these little ball bearings, you want to collect all these, don't lose them. Well, that ended up being a complete fiasco, but collected all my bearings. No harm, no foul. As far as front-end disassembly, that's it. Sorry I really mucked up the end of that, but watch for falling ball bearings. The only thing really left to tackle now is that center stand. Center stand, pretty straightforward. One big, long 17 mil going all the way through. It's pretty obvious at this point. See if we can get this bad boy off. Yep. Let's hit this assembly with some penetrating oil. Let that sit for a couple minutes. Let the penetrating oil sit in for a little bit. Give this a swift tap. There we go. Locking washer just fell out. I'm going to pull this bolt out. And let's see, our center stand should slide right out just like that. And there you go. Strip down to the frame. There's a few odds and ends that we need to get to. But this is getting real close to being able to get sandblasted. And there you go. One way or another, I muscled through it. We got it done. If I could go back in time, I would just take the top clamp off first so I had more access to those front forks. Duh. And I also would have drained the forks before I started going. I did end up having a little bit of spillage in the shop, which I never like. All right. But we did it. The bike is all tore down. Now it's time to get organized, get things separated out. I'm gonna have a big load of things going over to the sandblaster, and now it's time to the fun stage, or the part I enjoy the most, which is polishing and restoring parts one piece at a time. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had some moments where you're like, what in the hell are you doing, Brian? That's okay. I thought that to myself many times too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and go to keeponwrenching.com and get yourself a free sticker. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video or live stream.